It was after 3 of my leadership colleagues said, you know, really, really you should read this book, that I did. And I can remember getting the parcel in the mail with the book and sitting down at the kitchen table on a Friday night and reading it all the way through. And I knew it was giving me the answer to a question I'd been looking for. I had been working with clients to try to help them create more satisfying lives. And you know, we'd work for a while, and I sort of thought once they kind of got the relationship to themselves, everything else was going to work. But they would work with me for 6 months or 18 months, and they would go, oh, this is great. You know, I've improved my relationship to myself, but now I want help with my husband or my boss or my coworker or my children or my mother. And I was looking for something that would actually help people find this. And as soon as I read Marshall's work, I knew that this was the key. This was the key to improving the relationships with others. So I remember going to my clients on Monday morning and saying, okay, remember how you've been asking me for help with your relationships? Well, this is part of the secret. And so we began working together. And simultaneously, I connected with John. We had met at a storytelling workshop, and we went to talk. We went to have coffee together. I thought I was going to tell him about another workshop I had been on, but he started talking about honesty in relationships and how important honesty was in relationships, and all of his experiences and experiments with creating honesty in relationships. And so I reached into my backpack and I whipped out Marshall's book and I said, you have to read this. And despite how I introduced it, he actually did read it. And together we embarked on a journey of being both life partners and also partners in living and sharing this work. And that's really how I first got involved in it. He found an opportunity for us to attend a training very shortly after that. And then we were incredibly fortunate. Within 4 months, we got to attend an international intensive training with Marshall and 4 of the trainers that he had selected to be there. And it was at that moment that I think I really started to get the spirit of NVC. Up until then, it had just been like the right way to do things. So it was a little stick to hit people with when they didn't communicate in a way that I liked. And it was at this 10-day intensive that I really started to get that NVC is really more about hearing other people differently than it is about trying to change them. And if I hear them differently, I discover actually there's nothing to be changed. We just need to understand each other, and together we can find ways to make. I've been amazed at the difficult situations that it's made it possible for me to find satisfying solutions.